So we're asked to show that x equals 5 is a root of this cubic equation, 4x cubed minus 32x squared plus 68x minus 40 equals 0. So to show that it's a root, we just have to sub x equals 5 into the equation. So 4 on 5 cubed minus 32 on 5 squared plus 68 on 5 minus 40 equals 0. And when we work all this out, we can throw it all into the calculator. We do get 0, which shows that x equals 5 is a root. Now, if we've been given the root of a cubic equation, the factor theorem tells us that x minus 5 will be a factor of this cubic expression. And so we can divide x minus 5 into 4x cubed minus 32x squared plus 68x minus 40 to find another factor. So x into 4x cubed goes 4x squared. 4x squared by x goes 4x cubed. 4x squared by minus 5 goes minus 20x squared. We can draw a line underneath and we change both the signs. The first two cancel, and then we have minus 32x squared plus 20x squared is minus 12x squared, and then bring down the 68x and the minus 40. Now x into minus 12x squared goes minus 12x times. Minus 12x by x is minus 12x squared. Minus 12x by minus 5 is plus 60x, and again I draw a line underneath and I change the signs. Minus 12x squared plus 12x squared cancels, and plus 68x minus 60x gives us 8x, and then bring down the minus 40. X into 8x goes 8 times. 8 times x is 8x. 8 times minus 5 is minus 40. Draw a line underneath, and when we subtract the bottom line from the top line, we should find that we have a remainder of 0. And so x minus 5 is a factor, and then 4x squared minus 12x plus 8 is another factor. If we let this other factor equal 0, we can then find the roots. So if I let 4x squared minus 12x plus 8 equals 0 and solve this quadratic by factorizing, so two sets of brackets, I have 4x and x, I have 4 and 2, and then we need two minuses for it to be the correct factorization. So just to check it, 4x by x is 4x squared, minus 4 by minus 2 is plus 8, and then the product of the inner terms, minus 4x, and the product of the outer terms, minus 8x, sum to give the middle term of our quadratic, which is minus 12x. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to let each bracket equal 0. So we have that 4x minus 4 equals 0, and x minus 2 equals 0. If 4x minus 4 equals 0, 4x is equal to 4, and x is equal to 1. And if x minus 2 is equal to 0, x is equal to 2. And so the three roots of this cubic equation are x equals 5, which we were given at the start, and then we subsequently found x equals 1 and x equals 2. One way we could write this if we want, we could have said that because this cubic expression equals 0, we could have said that the product of x minus 5 and 4x squared minus 12x plus 8 is also equal to 0, and then we could have done the factorization here, 4x minus 4 on x minus 2 equals 0, and then let each bracket equal 0 just to find the three roots. And one further observation is that we had this quadratic equation, 4x squared minus 12x plus 8. We could have divided all of the terms by 4 to give us x squared minus 3x plus 2 equals 0, and then done the factorization. Sometimes it just makes sense to divide across by a common factor just to make the factorization easier. So we have 2 and 1, a minus and a minus, and again we would have got x equals 2 and x equals 1 as the other two roots or solution to this equation.